Hello everyone, welcome to Coding Simplified Space. I hope you all are doing good. And today I am bringing you another JavaScript project that's a very simplistic one, okay? And this video will be in English. I'm just trying new things. So whichever is easier for you or whichever you feel suitable, you just let me know. We can continue in that language. Okay, so this is a pretty simpler project, as I mentioned, because it is just a navbar, modern navbar. Okay, if you see on the screen, so here are a couple of icons. Okay, and when we click on any of the icons, see if we hover over first, it shows that okay, this is a home button. Then if we hover over to the another one, it's person. Then this is the chat bubble. Then this is the camera. Then this is setting. So if we click on any of these, let's say here, so it gives you this particular animation, nice animation, okay, and opens this icon with a circle effect. See, okay. So this particular project requires minimal inclusion or minimal usage of JavaScript, okay. But yeah, I have chosen this purposely because the previous project, which was a Google clone of the translator app, right? It was very intensive. Yeah, I think it was of 2.5 hours of project video, which I have created, right? If you have not seen that video, I will request you to please watch that video and practice it because it's a very extensive project. And there are so many JavaScript concepts which have been used in that. Okay, you will feel very good once you have completed that project. Know that okay, you have actually created something which you are seeing and we might be using quite often, right? So let's get started for this. Okay, so I have created one folder named Modern Navbar, and in that I have created the three files, which are the index.html, JS, and the style.css. We'll start with the boilerplate code, and here just make this as Modern Navbar. After this, we'll link the CSS files. So link style.css. And after this, we'll also link the font awesome. So font awesome CDN. This is the one. First link. And from here, we will select the CDN link. This one's. We'll just copy the URL and we will link and then href paste it here. That's it. Okay, so this one is complete. We'll just close these two. Let's add the script first. Okay, I'll add the script here only. I'll not go very at the bottom. So here we'll just write script. So inside this we'll have script, and then here we'll have the source, that is script.js. Okay, this is one thing. We are gonna add more. Both the things will be for the ion icons. So I hope you remember we have used that ion icons in one of the previous video, that is the image slider. So what we'll do is we'll go to the ion icons, we'll go to the usage, then here these two scripts we just have to copy. That's it. We'll copy and we'll paste it here. This is done. We'll close these two. Now we have to start the elements, what and all elements are used in these. So first, see here, one is, this is the container, right? A div class. This can be a div class. Inside this div class, we can have, let's say, a list, unordered list, okay, which will contain this home, person, chat, camera, settings, right? And in those lists, unordered list, all these things will be in the LIs, different LIs, right? And inside that LI, we will have to create these as a links, A tags. Okay, inside those A tags, we can create those ion icons like inside a span, and then we can have these things in the style. But these are the elements, right? Div container, unordered list, list. Inside this list, we can have the A tags. Okay, so like that we can start. So this is the, I think that is the only thing which we have to add here in the HTML. So let's start. So what we'll do here is we'll have the div dot, let's say, navigation, Okay, and inside this we have to create a UL. So UL we'll just create. Now here we have to put li. How many LIs? So there are 2, 3, 4, 5 LIs, right? And all LIs we can give the name of the class as, let's say, list. So li dot list into 5. See, 5 of the list elements have been created with the same class name, that is list. Okay, so inside this list, first one we'll just create. So there will be a tag, inside this a tag. Okay, before that, no, what we have to do is we'll just click here, go live, so that we can see all the changes which we are doing or adding the elements, right? So those things we can add it here. Okay, so just the li bullet points have been added because it's a text decoration by default ones. We are going to remove those once we go into the CSS file. Okay, so here we'll have the span class with the class name as, let's say, icon dot icon. Inside this we'll have the iron icon name. So there is the home. So let's go to the iron icons again. I deleted it, sorry, I closed that tab. So yeah, we'll click on the icons. Okay, we are in the icons, and here we'll just check for the home. This is the home. We'll click on this, copied, and we will paste it here. This is the iron icon, home outline. Okay, so if we see here, we have the home icon. After this, we'll just create text for this, and that we will create it in span only. Let's say this will be text, and here we will just write home. This home text we have to display only when we hover over to the icon. Okay, so we will make the display as none by default, and hover over, we'll make that as block or whatever. We'll see that in the CSS file. After this, we'll create one more thing. If you see here, home, right? We click home. See, there is a circle getting created when this is selected. So this circle also we have to create. So that will be inside a span class, nothing else. So it will be a span dot class name as circle we can give. We'll just keep it as it is, nothing else. We have to change it in the CSS file. Okay, this is the thing inside our first li. So first li is complete for the modern navbar. If we save it, there's nothing changed. But now what we have to do is we'll just copy the same thing and paste it in all the LIs, and then we'll change it accordingly. So enter, paste, enter, paste, enter, paste, and then here also enter, paste. Okay, so 5 of our list items have been created with the same icons and everything. So the next one, let's say, check, this is the person. So if we search here person, okay, there are so many. So it's totally up to you which one you have to choose. I'll choose this one only. So I'll just copy this link, and instead of this first one is home, this is created. So this one we'll just minimize. This is the one. Here we'll change it to, we'll just change the name, that is person outline. That too, only person outline is there already. Okay, we see here, is it coming? Yes, person outline is coming. Now here we can also change the name as person, but the classes names will be same. Okay, these are generic names given, because if we will give the properties to these particular classes, then it will be applied to each and every one of them. So we don't have to individually change it. That is why we are doing like this, generic ones. So we have to see, we have come across and we have created so many projects now, right till now, right? Like 10, 15 projects we have already created. So now you can also think about optimizing the code. Optimization means like you do not have to rewrite the same code again and again for each and everything. Whenever you see the code is getting repeating, you just make one generic code of that and reuse it at every place whenever it is required. That's what we are also doing it here. Generic class name, we'll give those things and it will be applied to each and every one of them. Now, what person is done, let's see what is there else. That is chat bubble, we'll just do chat. Okay, Here we'll just see chat icon. What is the name? Okay, this one only, chat bubble outline. So we'll just type it here, chat bubble. Now we'll go here. That will be, what is that? Camera. So here we'll put camera. It's totally up to you. Whichever options you want, you can search for those here also and you can get it, right? It's no hard and fast rule that you have to use the same things. So camera, and this will be camera. Then we have settings. So we'll check for settings. What is the name of the class? Setting is settings outline. So here we'll make it settings outline. Here also we'll change the text to settings. Okay, we see here, yes, all the list items, icons, as well as the text have been changed. Okay, this has been done. Now there is one more thing left. Okay, so if we see here, there is a slight curve, correct, going on. So this can be done with some more divs, which we can shape it accordingly whenever it is changing. So for that, what we'll do is, after this li, inside the ul only, if we see the ul is here. So inside this ul, after this li, we'll create a div that is called, let's say, the class as indicator. And there will be nothing inside this indicator class. So our HTML is done. Okay, we'll just now jump to the styling part. Okay, so we'll start the CSS part now. So for that, first we'll just paste the import Poppins font here. I'm not going to show it again. Okay, you know that. Go to Google Fonts, search for the Poppins or any of the font which you like. Get that code from the style sheet, or even if you want in the HTML, you can have that link as well and then add it in the HTML. Okay, after this, we'll have the by default part here, and I'm gonna add here as font family, that will be the Poppins. Along with this, there will be sans serif. We have to now check here, as it will be constantly changing. So in this HTML body part, first we'll remove the HTML. We'll just keep the body, and here I will remove the width, and inside the height I will keep it as 100 VH. Now we'll have display as flex, justify content as center, because we need it in the absolute center part. So for that, align items also will be at center. Oops, sorry. Now we need background. So here it was a single color, right, in the background, that is black. Let's try something new. So for that, I'm going to use linear gradient. And if you remember, in one of my shorts which I have created earlier, I was talking about the linear gradient, how we can use it. So you have to keep in mind that when you are using linear gradient, we don't have to use background color. We have to use only background. Then this linear gradient will be applied. So here we'll do to bottom right, red and blue. So if we see if it is coming or not, yes, this is looking good. This is absolutely up to your choice. Whatever you want the color, you can have it. Okay. Okay, now we'll go to the navigation class, if I'm not wrong. So navigation, first we'll give the position as relative. Then width, how much we should give? Let's see, 400 px. Height we will give as 70 pixels. Background we will give linear gradient only, and here we have to use a lighter color. So linear gradient 155 degrees. I'm just giving it something random numbers. Okay, cyan, oh, it's not coming. And then we will give something as yellowish. Okay, it's looking good. Now what is there inside the HTML? Let's see. We have navigation. Inside that navigation we have this list part and UL part. So first we'll do the UL. So inside this dot navigation we have a UL tag. Okay, sorry, before this UL we are not done yet with this. we forgot to make this display as flex so that it will be horizontal. Justify content will be center, and then align items also will be center. Apart from this, border radius we will give it as 10 pixels to make it bit rounder. Okay, now this UL part, inside this UL also we'll give this as display as flex to make everything horizontal here, and width we should give 350 pixels so that there will be a padding of automatic things. Okay, automatically there will be a padding of 50 pixels. This is done. Now we'll go to the li part, this ul li, and inside this li, I know we can give the list also directly. So inside this li we will give position as relative again, so position will be relative. Width we will give as 70 pixels only. Height also we are going to give 70 pixels because we need to create a circle about that, so we are giving it like this. List style will make it as none. Z index will make it as 1. Why inherit? No inherit. 1. Okay. Li part is done. Now we'll jump to the A part, the A tag. So dot navigation, that is inside this ul, inside this li, inside this A. I'm writing like this so that it is a bit readable. When we can put the class names also, if you want you can put that and give these properties, but like this if we are giving, right, we can understand that okay, inside this navigation class we have a ul inside which we have a li and inside which we have a tag. For that we are giving, so we can directly go there and see instead of searching that okay where is this class and what, we can directly search for this. Here also we will give the position as relative. Display we are going to give as flex. Yes, it is coming in one line. Justify content again center. Align items again as center. Now flex direction we will give column. See, it's coming in this way. Width we will give 100%. And text align also center, we need it in the center. Font weight, how much we should give? 500 is fine. Yeah, 500 looks good. Now what is there after this? We have A tag we have done. Okay, this icon part, span. So there are 3 spans. We cannot write A inside A, that is a span. No, we have to write this as dot icon. Still I am gonna write in this way for the readability. This, oh sorry, this, and inside this dot icon. Here also I will give position relative. Display as block. Line height we will give 75 pixels. So that is gone. That's fine. Font size, how much we should give? 1.5 em we should try. Okay, it's bigger now. Text align, of course center. Color black. Then transition we should give. Transition will be all 0.5 seconds ease. Okay, if we see inside this nav bar, whenever any one of the icon is active, active means whenever that is selected at that current point of time. For example, here home is selected. If we click on this chat bubble, this is selected. So when this icon is selected, or when this option, I would say the list is selected, there is some functions or properties given to this, right? That this particular icon is going up, and it is within a circle, that is a border also circle and the background also, right? So we are going to create a class that is active, and in that active we will make all these things. So before that, first here what we are going to do is we'll just copy these, we are going to put it here, and inside this we'll paste it as dot active, and we'll have it as transform translate y, and we will give it as -32 pixels. So for an example, if we put it active here, not here, sorry, here, sorry, yeah, if we put active here, see which one is active? Person is active. Oh, why person is active and not, where is the other? Okay, this is minimized. Okay, so if we added the active class here, see this has gone up, right? That's what we need actually. That's why we have put it here active. Okay, and active I have given to this particular person as a by default. You can give it to anything. Whenever this particular navbar gets loaded, by default there will be one of these icons which will be selected. That's why we have given here. If you want, you can give it to settings or anything. We have given the transform part. Now we will give the text part. There is a text right inside. If we see from here to here, we'll remove the active part because we need the text. So inside this we have dot text. Here also we will have position but absolute. Then color as not columns, black. Font weight as, let's say, 400. Then font size we should give as 0.75 em, smaller. Letter spacing 0.05 em, should be a bit small, not much spacing we need. Yes, here what we are going to do is opacity we are going to give 0, because whenever the icon is floating, whenever the icon is active, for that icon particularly only the text will be visible. So for that icon we will make the text as opacity as 1 for that. Transform translate y as 20 pixels. So the text is done. Transition we will get, not transform, transition all 0.5 seconds ease. Now what else we need? Okay, this is done for all others, but for this particular one which is active already, for that we need the text to be visible. So we have to copy this when the li is active and then .txt for that. Not much we have to do. We have to give opacity as I was saying as 1, and then transform translate y as little bit up. So 10 px is fine. 10 looks good for me. If you want, you can have more, but 10 looks good. Let's see in the original one what is there. Okay, yeah, I forgot there is a circle also we have to create now. So 10 is fine. Text is done. Let's see what else is there. I think circle is there. Okay, icon we have done, text we have done. Yes, circle is left now. So we'll go here, and inside this li, not that one, we'll take this one. Inside this lia we have dot circle. So this particular thing, it means that it is for all the LIs, not for the active. For all the LIs, we have to make that, right? For all the LIs, and then particularly for the LI which is selected, right? Here we'll have the position as absolute, display as block, width as 50 pixels, height as 50 pixels. What I am doing, background as transparent we will give, border radius of course we have to give it as 50%. It's not getting shown and displayed right now because there is no border. Border, let's say we will give 2 pixels or 1.8 pixels, solid and black. See, for everything it is coming, but don't worry, we're not going to show it. So we'll give it as transform here. Where to transform? Translate Y. That is how much I have given. Up, let's check, minus 32 pixels. So we will give it a bit above. So 70 pixels it is, no height. Okay, so here we'll give minus 35 pixels. और let's say 37. तो हमारा सर्कल क्लास हो गया यहाँ पर. अब इसके बाद हम लोग जब कोई भी आइकन यहाँ एक्टिव होगा तब ये सर्कल कैसे रिएक्ट करेगा, दैट वी हैव टू गिव. तो यहाँ पर हम लोग सबसे पहले ये नेविगेशन पूरा ये सेलेक्ट करेंगे. we'll just copy and paste it here, and then what we have to do is whenever any one of the list item which is active, on that part what will be the behavior or property of the circle that we have to give. So for that, here for li we will also add the active class, active class. Okay, so inside this active, what we will give, we'll let's say give the transition as all, 0.5 seconds. Okay, and then ease, and then after this we'll give the transition delay. So transition delay we will give also for 0.5 seconds, not O transition, we'll just give the transition delay. Yeah, then we will give transform, because what we have to do is we have to translate it Y. The circle will be above, so translate Y, and this will be minus again 37 pixels, and the scale will be 1. Why for every icon it is coming? It should only come for this selected one, that is the person. For others it should not be visible. So this is the one. Okay, see, scale we have not given here, so here the scale will be 0. See, now it's coming, correct? So what we are doing is by default the circle will be hidden, okay, for everything, but whenever there is any of the list item which is active, for that the scale will be 1. Okay, all others are here only, but it is not visible. That's it, nothing else. So this is done. What we will do now is, let's see, I think indicator is there. Yeah, list item we have given, icon we have given, so this is the indicator. Okay, what we'll do is indicator we will give here dot indicator. So in this indicator we will do not content, position as ABS, that is absolute. T will be minus 50%. Width will be, let's say, 70 px. Then height also 70 px. Background we have to give, so background will give linear gradient again. So in this linear gradient we will give 0 degrees, and then whitish, then cyan, we have given cyan above, right? Let's see, cyan and yellow. Okay, so we'll not give yellow this time, we'll give the cyan. If you want, you can change this also, that's totally fine, but I have given like this, so let's see how it works or how it looks like. So we'll give the border here as how much, 6 pixels solid, and then we will give a darkish blue type. Okay, now we have to give the border radius because we have to make it as circle. So border radius as 50%. It's a circle now, but border is becoming very big here. Okay, we'll do something for that. Display will be flex. Justify content center. Align items center, and then transition all 0.5 seconds each. That's it. So right now the indicator is showing on the first icon, but it should be visible to only the selected list items. Okay, so that we have to move according to how or whatever the list is selected. Okay, that we have to do. Then we'll do the dot indicator before. We'll add the pseudo selector here, pseudo element. Here we'll give, whenever we are adding the pseudo element, we have to give the content. If you want, you can give this empty, but we have to make the content. Then position we will give as again absolute. T will be 50%. L should be minus 22 pixels. Width we will give 20 pixels. Then height also 20 pixels. Then background transparent. We don't need anything else, just a transparent background. Why it's coming like this? We need just that, this type of thing, right? This is a bit contouring, like half semicircle type. Okay, so we'll give border top left radius. That will be 20 pixels. Okay, so we have given this 20 pixels. Then we'll give the box shadow minus 1 pixels. How much? Minus 10 pixels. And then blur, we don't need any blur. And then the same above color. Same above color. Okay. See, this is coming in this way. Now we have given the before. Similarly, we will give the after. So what I will do is I will just paste this one again here and change this before to after, and then we'll change this left. Instead of left, it should be right, minus 22 pixels. Top is correct, width height is correct. Yeah, so it's coming in this way. Okay, we have to turn these two things upside down. Content is there, position is there, top is there. Okay, I made a mistake here. So we need to change this top left to top right, and inside below one, after one, we have to make it. Yes, correct. Sorry guys. So this is the one now. See, now it's coming. And it is also not blending with the background because the background I have given as a light one. So if we change the background also, okay, then it will be smoother. So if I show you the background as black, let's try to make it as black instead of the linear gradient. Let's comment it out, and then we'll give the background as black. Okay, see, it's blending now, correct? The black thing is blending, the black border which we have given to the indicator, it's blending now. Okay, we'll keep this as black, or if you want, we'll just give this same thing. Okay, code or black, anything you want. Okay, so this is done. Now what we have to do is, you know, this particular indicator or this background should have been onto this list, which is selected already right now, right? This is the person which is selected, but it is on first. So we have to write some CSS in such a way that it should understand, okay, whichever is active, there we have to apply this indicator. Okay, so see that again, if what we have to check, whenever or wherever that active class is there only this indicator will be selected or will be visible. So what we will do is we will copy this navigation till li, because inside that li only all those list items are, right? So here li we will use the nth child. in this li, which is the nth child which has been selected currently, right? So in this, how we will find out? Selected dot active, whichever is active. Now do tilde. In this active thing, what will happen to the indicator? Okay, so what we will do is we'll translate x. Height we don't have to touch, because height is perfectly, we have placed it and set it inside this indicator. So here we just move the x-axis, nothing else. So here we'll use calc, and in the multiples of 70 pixels we'll move it. So for the first one, if it is selected, we'll move it nowhere. It will be like as it is, like this. Okay, similarly what we'll do, we'll copy this, and how many times we have to paste? How many childs are there? Total 5 childs. 1 2 3 4 5, right? So 5 times. So 2 3 4 5. Sorry, how many times? 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah, 5 times it's done. Okay, so 5 times it is done. We just have to change the name of the nth child. If the second is selected, what will happen? It will move 70 pixels into 1. So if we save this now, it should move, because the current list item which is selected is the person, that is the second one, nth child, right? So it should, see, it's moved, right? Okay, similarly here we will change this to 3, and this to 2, this to 4, this one to 3, and this one to 4, and this one to 5. Okay, it's almost finished. What we'll do now, this is a bit not matching with the whole navbar. So what we'll do is we'll copy the background's linear gradient thing, same thing, and we'll paste the same thing into the indicator as well. Okay, not 0 degree and all, because it's a bit looking odd, but it's totally up to the choice. Okay, whatever you want you can put, but I'll change this to the above one and paste it. Yeah, now it's matching. So this is almost done. What now we have to do is we have to go to the JavaScript. There is a very small part in the JavaScript which we have to make. Otherwise, almost everything is done. Because see now, what is happening, the visual part is done. But how we are gonna hover over to everything and see, right? Whenever we click, it should move. Whenever we click here, it should move. So for that, what we will do here is we'll just make a list that will be equal to document dot query selector all, and that will be from the list which we have made, dot list. Okay, and after this we'll make a function that is active, let's say active link or list, whatever. Inside this, what we'll do is we'll have the for loop. So list dot for each. Okay, inside this we will have the, let's say, item name, and then there will be an arrow function. What is happening? Inside this arrow function, we will check item dot class list dot remove. What we have to remove? We have to remove the active. First we will remove, then only we will add, no, wherever it is getting clicked. So once we will remove the active, and then what we will do here, we will check this dot class list, and here dot add. What we have to add? We have to add the active. Whichever function is calling this, that will add. Whichever list is calling this, inside the list, whichever is the list or the menu which is calling this active link, that will add the active class. That's it. So here we'll do list dot again for each, and we will have item again. Okay, here we'll make this again one bracket. Yes, because it is a arrow function, and inside this we will have item dot add event list for, because we have to keep listening for each and every item wherever it is whatever we have created. For what? For click. And then what we have to do whenever it is clicked, nothing, just call the active link. Okay, this is done. So let's try. If we click here, nothing is happening. Why? No, no error. Outline, and then these outlines are there. A is there. A is okay. We have not given anything here. So if we do this hash, now if we do, it's moving. See, that was the mistake. In the href, we have not given anything. So if we click here, it won't move. See, because there's no link for that. So it is not getting refreshed. See, but whenever I have given for the home, so it's going to the home, but and person, but not for these three because we have not given the hash here. So if we add the hash for everything, it should work. Okay, now it should work. So wherever we click, see, it's moving. It's moving nicely now, right? With the ease. And whenever we are clicking, see, home, person, chat, camera, settings. Now if you see and compare with this, here this is looking a bit nicer, right? Here it is very, just the outlines, it's not looking very much good, right? Comparing to this. So what we'll do now, we'll change the name of the icons. Like we'll change the icons itself. So these are the outlines, right? So if we just remove the outline, no, there is one more icon for that, home. See. So similarly, we'll just remove the outline from all the names. Camera is coming. This is also coming. So everything is working now. We have saved. All these icons have been loaded with the black color in the background. So this is looking a bit nicer than those outlines, correct? So yeah, if we click now, it's looking a bit nicer. So whenever we are clicking, it's this particular nice animation is coming up to create the circle. That is also looking very good. So our hovering, whenever we are hovering to the icon, these messages are coming with the box. So that's correct. Okay, so now it's perfectly working fine. See, right, the messages are looking good. This animation is also looking good. Okay, so that's all. So finally we have created our simple and small project today. That was the navbar, this very smooth and ease animation effect. Okay, I hope you have liked this particular project. If you do like this video, please give us a thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe it. Okay, and give me this feedback, okay, that if you want the videos to be in English, or if you want कि मैं हिंदी में ही सारी videos बनाऊं, okay, so I will start that accordingly. And if you want mixed also sometimes, that okay, I need some of the videos in English or in Hindi, or in fact the same video for both the languages, do let me know, okay, whatever opinion you have, and I will start working on that also. So thank you everyone for watching this video. Okay, so see you then in next video. Bye guys.